All right. Hey guys. So I'm still going to be getting used to kind of letting y'all see the rough parts. All right. So um if I mess up on here, don't mind me. It's just it's a lot of getting used to with this, but I want to do this for everybody. So today, well, like the last week, I'm not really sure how to pronounce that or which word to use there. It's been rough. We'll just say that. All right. Today is bad in particular. I'm having a really hard time staying awake and I'm shaking like crazy. I don't know why. I mean I've done everything I possibly can. I've tried eating, I've tried resting, I've tried warming up, thinking I'm cold. No, I checked my temperature. I had a small fever for a little while. Now I don't. That happens with MS with me for some reason. So it's been a really rough day. That being said, I've had a hard time keeping up with my little girl, but luckily she's old enough now where if she's got to play for half an hour, 45 minutes by herself, that's okay. She tells me she's hungry, I have no problem getting her what she needs, or if she wants me to go and play with her, that's cool, I just sit down on the floor. I don't like having to do this. And when I say this, I mean, I don't like having to deal with this illness at all. I mean, who would really, but I just feel like there was so much more that I was supposed to do and be in life. I don't want to stop here. I'm going to do everything that I can and try my hardest to not let this get me down completely. I mean, it's been 13 years that I've been diagnosed, and yeah, it did stop me dead in my tracks. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to become the NICU nurse that I wanted to become. And for those of you who don't know what a NICU nurse is, it's a neonatal intensive care unit nurse for babies, that are either born early or born sick, just need a little extra help. Stuff like that. I did job shadows in high school for that. That's what I wanted to be. And eventually I was going to be an MS doctor. That didn't happen. But there are other ways that I can help people in this world. And I feel like by sharing my story with you guys, I can do that. I hope. Okay. Now, being ill with MS and heart failure and everything really does take a toll on my depression. It takes a toll on my anxiety level to the point where sometimes I really don't know what to do. Just the other day, I think it was Thursday, maybe Wednesday, I woke up and I was straight panic. There was nothing I could do. I mean, I took the medication that they gave me for the anxiety that's supposed to control it every single day, and it just wasn't helping. There's just days that nothing works, and it really, really sucks. At this point, because my baby girl is in school, I'm not homeschooling her. We were doing virtual for a while and she was doing homeschool. It's better, but it's not 100% because, I still got to make sure I'm good for when she comes home. I don't want her to see me a mess. So I put on my face, I put on my smile, and I do everything that I can to not make it known that mommy doesn't feel good. And, I think I do a pretty good job at covering it up. Some days I can't, like if I'm limping or, I have my walker because, I'm unable to walk straight or my legs are just really, really weak, which that's probably one of the hardest things. She's seen me in a wheelchair before, but she's also seen that mommy gets up and mommy gets out and mommy still moves forward. And being that, she does have a disability too. She has a hearing problem. She has something called Usher syndrome, which eventually we'll talk about. I want her to know that you don't have to live by your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your label. Okay, like I'm labeled disabled because of the MS and the heart failure and, the other things that I have, but you don't have to live by that. I mean, do I? I kind of have to sometimes, right? But I don't live by it all the time. And I don't want her to feel like she has to either. Will it set you back? Yeah, but you just keep pushing forward. I mean, she's advanced, and I think she learns a lot of that. And I'm not trying to be conceited, but I think she learns a lot of that from me. I think that she's going to be very successful because I'm not going to let her feel, well, I can't say I'm not going to let her feel. I'm not going to let her, I don't know the right word to use. Believe. There we go. I'm not going to let her believe that she can't do something just because she has a setback. And that's something that I need to strongly put out there to you guys. Just because you have some setbacks does not mean that you can't move forward. Is it hard? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could take years to get back after a setback, whether it's a minor setback, a major setback, a setback that you think is going to just crumble you, or it does crumble you. I mean, my dad committed suicide, okay, 2012, July 7th, 2012. That put me in a wheelchair. My depression, my stress level, I was in the hospital for 5 weeks. I had lesions popping up every 3 days. They did MRIs and they were like, we've never seen this before. If your MS and your lesions don't get better after these 5 weeks of these steroid treatments, which is also called methylprednisolone, okay, and a salumedrol, then you're probably never going to walk again. Well, guess what? It didn't get better. 6 months go down the road, still in a wheelchair. I'm walking. Sometimes I can run. Depends on how I'm feeling. It's about my willpower. Now, I understand that not everybody is able to do those things, and that is okay. As long as you get up in the morning and you do what you can, you try, you put an effort in, you make the best of what you've got. Okay? That's just what you've got to do, especially when you've got these little ones running around. They depend on us. They really do. And they didn't ask to be born. And they're here for a reason. We don't know that reason. We really don't. But there is one way that we can find out what that reason is, and that's to show them the way. Nobody's perfect. I mean, nobody. Okay? And I could tell you one thing right now. I am the farthest thing from perfect. Okay? And I'm sure probably 98% of you out there are the farthest thing from perfect too. And it's so hard to admit sometimes because we just want to do what's best. We want to believe that we're perfect so we could give everything, right? Well, it's okay to not be perfect. You just got to know that you can do this. And on days like today, sometimes I have to give myself a little pep talk because there was no way I wanted to get up this morning. I mean, my body feels horrible. I'm in so much pain. It's ridiculous. I'm shaking so bad on the inside. I mean, I'd try and show you, but I don't know if you'd be able to see it on camera. My legs are shaking really bad. I mean, my heart is fluttering. I'm grateful for the medications that, they've given me to be able to control the heart failure so I don't have to worry about being in the hospital every other week. And I don't have to worry about, am I going to wake up tomorrow or not from, heart failure. I mean, do I have to worry about other things with the MS? Yeah, I have to worry about, am I going to wake up walking? Am I going to be able to see in the morning? I know quite a few people that have woken up and they've not been able to see. My mom has MS too, and she was one of those people that was unable to see when she woke up. She went blind in her right eye. Fevers cause these what are called pseudo exacerbations, small infections, which I talked about in another video, like the eye, will cause a pseudo exacerbation, which is an exacerbation that basically, it has no lesions, no new lesions. What's a lesion? You might want to know. If you look up the definition to a lesion, you will see that they talk about like a skin lesion. You might have a cut on your skin. Okay, so imagine a cut on your spinal cord or a hole in your spinal cord. Now, the best way that you can think about MS, and this is the easiest way that I can explain it to people who ask, is if you were to take a power cord, like a laptop cord, okay, and let a mouse or a cat chew on it, and you see all the little holes in it, and you see the wires starting to show, right? There's no more protection. That's the myelin sheath of the cord. That's like our spinal cords. We have something called a myelin sheath that protects our nerves, okay? So people with MS, we don't have a full myelin sheath anymore because those lesions just keep getting eaten away at by our own immune system. All right, so our nerves slowly get eaten away at. We have these holes in our brains, so we've got brain damage, and we've got these holes in our spine, so we have a lot of spine damage, and it affects your heart, it affects your organs, it affects inflammation. It just affects so many different things, and when you look it up, it doesn't tell you all of that. Sometimes it can tell you, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on, the website you go to. If you want to know more information, I'll be more than happy to share it with you, but that's the brief description of it. You could be wheelchair bound. Eventually, it'll cause certain people to stop breathing. I think that's why I need a respirator sometimes. I just kind of feel like I have to keep pushing. And maybe by me doing this, by me pushing through this, I can help a lot of other people. Okay, I want everybody out here that's watching this video to know that you can keep fighting. All right, I have fought through so much since I was a little girl, and then being diagnosed with MS at 19. I'm 34. All right, and I have 3 kids. Okay, one of them did not survive due to something called trisomy 18, which is also called triple X syndrome. Okay, I was really young. I was 18 when I had her. All right, after that, everything went downhill. So this was really a stress-induced thing. It may have triggered it to come on early. I'm not really sure, but if you put your mind to it, you can keep going. I'm not going to say you can do anything because sometimes your body just doesn't let you do anything, right? But that's okay. Positivity is key. I wake up every morning, even if I'm feeling like crap, and I say, hey, you know what? I'm awake today. I've got this beautiful little girl, and I'm going to keep going just for her. If nothing else, I'm going to get out of bed for her. Why? Because she needs me. She needs to see. She needs to really, really see that just because you have this label or this disability doesn't mean you can't move forward. Doesn't mean you can't be somebody. Doesn't mean that you have to stay put right there where it might be statistically where you're supposed to be. No. I mean, statistically, with the way that I grew up, my life should be completely different. Okay? I mean, I should have a ton of kids and be completely homeless with nowhere to go. And it's just not something that I was willing to accept statistically. All right. I want everybody to know that you can do it. You can do this. I promise you, you can do this. And I really hope that if you need some help, you reach out. Okay, now I've got numbers in the bio for this. If you're feeling like your mental health is at risk, you can comment. I left my email in the bio. I believe it's there. It should be there. I put it there. If it's not updated, please let me know. All right? I mean, if you would much rather talk through text or on the phone, reach out to me and I will give you my phone number. Okay? Because I want to make sure that everybody's okay. And I'm here to help. I'm no counselor. I have no degrees. Okay? I just want to be a helping hand. I want to be an ear. That's all. I can only give you advice. I can't give you, anything out of a textbook. Please don't ask because I'm not textbook inclined when it comes to psychology. But I can go off of my experiences or what I believe might be helpful. I have no problem with offering any advice or suggestions, anything like that. I would love to help. Okay? So just reach out. And don't forget those numbers, that website. You can even text it. It's free. Okay? It's in the bio. I might post it if I remember. I might post it in this video, like below, So like, follow, subscribe. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it 100. All right? We'll get through this. See ya.